Hi, I'm Alan. If your plants keep dying, even though you swear you're doing everything right, don't worry. You're not cursed. You're not bad with plants. And you definitely don't need some magical green thumb gene. Most beginners kill their plants for one reason: not sunlight, not soil, not the pot, not fertilizer. It is watering. It's the cause of about 90% of beginner plant deaths. And the funny thing is, people always think it's something else. So today we're doing a deep dive into the three biggest watering mistakes beginners make, why they actually kill your plants, what signs to look for, and exactly how to fix each one. By the end of this video, you'll understand watering better than most casual gardeners. Let's start with the most common mistake of all. Mistake number one: watering on a schedule instead of checking the soil. Most beginners water their plants the same way they water their habits: every Monday, twice a week, once every 3 days. It seems logical. Consistent watering equals healthy plants. Right? Wrong. Plants don't use water on a schedule. Plants use water based on conditions. And conditions change constantly. If your plant gets more sunlight one week, it dries faster. If the weather is colder the next week, it dries slower. If humidity goes up, soil stays wet longer. If the pot is bigger or smaller, it changes everything. And here's the kicker: different plants dry at different speeds too. So watering every Monday might work for one of your plants, but drown the other five. This is why scheduled watering kills plants, why this mistake kills your plants. When you water on a schedule, three things happen. 1. You accidentally overwater in cooler, darker weeks. Soil stays wet longer, roots don't get oxygen. Rot sets in. 2. You drown slow-drying plants like succulents or snake plants. They hate consistently wet soil. They need time to dry completely. 3. You underwater fast-draining plants during hot weeks. Plants like basil or mint drink faster in warm weather. They dry out in a day. But you're not watering until Thursday. Your schedule doesn't match the plant's needs. Signs you're watering on a schedule and harming the plant. Look for these signs. Soil is always damp. Fungus gnats hovering around the pot. Yellow leaves that fall off easily. Soil smells musty. Leaves feel mushy or limp. Plant looks wet but droopy. That is classic, textbook overwatering. How to fix it? The fix is simple. Stop watering on a schedule. Start watering when the soil tells you to. Your new routine is water when the top inch of soil is dry. Tap it, press it, feel it. If the top inch is dry, water deeply. If the top inch is still damp, do not water. This one rule will save more plants than anything else in this video. Mistake number 2, watering a little bit every day, the silent plant killer. This one feels harmless, even responsible. A tiny bit of water each day, like you're giving your plant a little drink to keep it comfortable. But here's the truth: little daily sips of water kill more plants than drought does. Why? Because tiny daily watering means the soil never dries out. And when soil is constantly moist, roots suffocate. Oxygen can't get in, fungus spreads, bacteria grows, root rot starts, leaves turn yellow, plant collapses. Beginners usually blame sunlight or soil when this happens, but it's almost always this one mistake. Why this kills your plant. When you water daily, roots live in wet soil. Roots need oxygen. Imagine if your feet were constantly inside a wet shoe for weeks. You'd get infections, fungus, rot. That's exactly what happens to plants. Roots literally begin to die, and once the roots die, the entire plant follows. The plant doesn't tell you right away. It holds on for weeks or months. So beginners think they're doing something else wrong, but it all started with daily tiny waterings. Signs you're doing this. Look for yellowing from the bottom up, leaves turning soft or mushy, mold on the top of the soil, white fuzzy buildup, soil looks dark and wet even after days, pot feels heavier than it should. Plant droops even though soil is moist. Droopy plus wet soil equals overwatering. Dry plus droopy equals underwatering. Those two look similar, but the soil tells you the truth. How to fix it? The fix is the opposite of what you're doing now. Water deeply, but less often. Here's the correct cycle. 1. Water until it drains out the bottom. This ensures the entire root system gets hydrated. 2. Wait for the soil to fully dry on top. Plants need a drying period. 3. Then water deeply again. For many indoor plants, this means watering every 4 to 10 days, not daily. Some plants even prefer every 2 to 3 weeks. Once you switch to deep watering, beginners are always shocked by how quickly their plants perk up. Mistake number 3. Watering the leaves instead of the soil. This is one beginners never expect. They water the leaves because it feels natural. It looks pretty. It looks like watering the plant. They think plants absorb water through leaves, but houseplants drink through their roots. Leaves don't absorb water this way. When you pour water on the leaves, two things happen. 1. The water never reaches the roots. You're watering the part that doesn't drink. 2. Wet leaves grow mold and bacteria, especially in low light. Moisture that sits on leaves for hours can cause brown spots, rot, fungus, leaf infections, and the beginner thinks, oh no, why are my leaves turning brown? But it was just poor watering aim. Signs you're watering the leaves. Check for brown tips, random brown or black patches, white dust-like spots, leaves looking burned or blotchy, soil still bone dry even though you watered. If the soil isn't wet, the plant didn't get watered. How to fix it? This is simple. Water the soil, not the plant. Aim directly at the base. Pour slowly. Let the water soak in. Stop when you see it drain out the bottom. Do this consistently, and leaf problems disappear almost immediately. Bonus tip, the pot could be making everything worse. Even if you fix your watering, your pot might be sabotaging you. If your pot has no drainage hole, you're in danger. No drainage, water stays trapped. Root rot. If your pot traps water, your plant is basically sitting in a swamp. The fix, use pots with drainage holes. Always. If your pot doesn't have a drainage hole because it's pretty, use it as a decorative cover. Put a real pot with drainage inside it. Beautiful and safe. Bonus tip number 2, the soil might be wrong. Some soils stay wet for too long. Others dry out too fast. Beginners accidentally buy the wrong mix all the time. Signs your soil is bad. Stays wet for 7+ days. Drains instantly and leaves soil bone dry, grows mold, feels heavy and muddy. Fix. For most indoor plants, use indoor potting mix with perlite and some bark or cocoa coir. This creates airflow, arrow, healthy roots, arrow, healthy plant, arrow, happy beginner. If you fix your watering, your plants will live. Here are the rules one more time. 1. Stop watering on a schedule. Water when the soil tells you. 2. Stop tiny daily waterings. Water deeply, then let the soil dry. 3. Stop watering the leaves. Aim for the soil, slow and steady. If you follow these 3 rules, your plants will stop dying, start growing, and you might become the friend everyone comes to for gardening advice. Even if today you feel like you can't keep anything alive. You've got this. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Also leave a comment. What did you like about the video or didn't like? What are some gardening issues you would to watch about? Let us know.